Men, specifically dads of Reddit. What did you learn about women when you had daughters? I learnt that the correct way for girls to wipe is front to back to stop fecal matter entering the vagina. Edit swap the front and back that I got Rubel the wrong way. How to listen. I listen when she talks about dinosaurs. I listen when she talks about Pokemon. I listen when she talks about video games. I listen when she talks about the bee that flew into her classroom. I listen like these are the most important things in the world because to her, they are. If I want her to tell me about friendships, boyfriends, fears and hopes as she gets older, she needs to be safe and secure knowing that whatever is happening in her life I will always listen. That starts right now. That my relationship with my daughter will greatly impact how she perceives and feels about men when she grows up. To add to this, the way you treat your wife, her mother will also impact how she perceives men. Dads are powerful. Just the tone of my voice can hurt or heal. Related, all the messed up women I've known had dads that didn't give a shit about them, so I have a very important job. Edit. Thanks for the love everyone. Just a dad out here trying to raise good girls. Just how much of your fucking life has to revolve around proximity to a clean bathroom? I learned how to comb and style long hair. Never had to before obviously, but my daughter needs her hair done. I'm going to learn French braids one of these days. Edit. This is more popular than I thought. Thanks for all the kind words everyone. Mostly period stuff. My children, 3 girls, do rather enjoy complaining to me about the things that come with periods. Period cramps, period nausea, period farts and shits, period headaches. I'm sure there's more, but I think you get the idea. And then they will do stuff like remind me how it's all my fault, because I'm shooting the exes. It's mostly in good fun though, we get along great, so they know they can tease me about all this stuff. But yeah, period stuff. Mine, 2 girls, 16 and 9 and 12 yo boy, have completely different personalities. I've learned how to honestly answer any question asked, regardless of how uncomfortable it may seem. Q1. G12 yo at that time. Dad, what are lesbians? She had read the word somewhere. My answer: lesbians are 2 women in a sexual relationship. Q2. G13 yo at the time. Dad, what is a blowjob? My answer: it's when someone uses their mouth on a penis during sex. I asked her why she asked this one. She said her friends were discussing it in school. Q3. 14 yo at the time. Dad, what is masturbating? My answer: it's when someone uses their hands. Didn't want to explain toys, to touch themselves and get sexual pleasure. Her. Ew, that's gross. Me. Why do you ask? Her. Some boys in school were talking about it. Just sounds gross. She turns 16 soon. P.S. All these questions were asked when I'm driving either to or from school. We, wife and I, figured that they will know all these things about life. We just want to make sure that they get the correct perspective without any judgment from us each time. Lesson. Just allow your girls a safe space to talk to you. As a dad, I have absolutely no idea what they are going through. I communicate through grunts with my son. Cave dad style. You answer anything she gives you, toy, phone, teddy or a banana. You put in a Oscar-worthy performance. I tell her I love her. I grew up in the 80s and neither of my parents ever said it outright. I never belittle her. I don't yell at her. I'm never intoxicated around her. Ever. I gave up smoking for her. To save money and stick around a few years longer. So yeah, dunno if I learned anything. I do know I want to go down in her memory as a loving father, not a deadbeat dad with nothing to show. That would be front to back. This was preached to me by everyone when we found out we were having a girl. Makes sense until you change that first diaper. That stuff was everywhere. In every nook and cranny. There was no front. There was no back. There was just poop. As the father of a 10-year-old girl who plays multiple sports, I realized that girls' sports take a back seat to boys' sports and it is infuriating. Case in point. My daughter plays softball. We play on a field that has multiple baseball fields. Last night the boys' baseball team, same age, got to play on the field under the lights with full uniform stands and a working score. The girls of softball team got put in the field in the back with no lights, no stands and no scoreboard. They also don't get full uniforms, they just get a flimsy t-shirt. Now keep in mind that boys baseball and girls softball both cost the same amount. Same thing with basketball. My daughter's games are usually at 8–9 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. The boys are at 11–12–1 o'clock. They get primetime, the girls get scraps. Lastly, I would just like to point out that in my town's high school the girls softball team won the state championship. The girls basketball team lost in the finals to a team from the city with a student body 4 times more than our school, and girls cheerleading places in nationals every year, and they get invited to Florida. No boys team has won anything since the 1980s. It's B*****************. It pisses me off. These girls practice just as hard, they play just as hard.